a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC Worldwide and brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. Twice yesterday, drivers reported a car window shattered on an area highway. Twice, officers combed over the roadway and surrounding areas looking for clues in a string of similar incidents. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says it continues to work with state police, Greece police, and the FBI to investigate these incidents. They now believe a suspect or suspects may be committing these crimes from inside a moving vehicle. They're asking the public to be vigilant and report anything that seems out of the ordinary. The latest incident happened in Livingston County shortly after 5 p.m. The rear passenger window of a minivan shattered while it was traveling on routes 5 and 20 in Avon, crossing the bridge over I-390 at the time. 6 hours earlier, a northbound SUV on 390 in Gates was hit by something that smashed the rear driver's side window. These, by the way, the 10th and 11th such incidents since April 15th. Traffic was snarled on the east side yesterday when a man being driven home jumped out of a car on 590, triggering a 4-hour search by state and Brighton police. Troopers say the man had just been released after a mental health arrest the night before when he jumped on 590 near Highland Avenue. Troopers say a driver spotted the man, notified them, and they took him into custody. He was taken to Strong Memorial Hospital for evaluation and treatment of a gash on his arm. Paychex founder Tom Golisano confirms he is definitely interested in buying the Buffalo Bills and keeping the team in Western New York. Golisano was at Bishop Kearny High School for an assembly, thanking him for arranging the deal that let Kearny buy the land it stands on. But the students mostly wanted to know about the Bills and if Golisano thinks he can pull off a deal for the NFL franchise. Golisano told them he's interested, believes the team is important to Western New York and should stay there. Later, he told reporters he's waiting to see the team's financials before making an offer. He also says there is no truth in the story that he is considering partnering with mall developer Scott Conjal to buy the team. The Rochester-Genesee Regional Transportation Authority has approved some major schedule changes for Rochester's public bus service once the new downtown transit center opens. The changes are scheduled to take effect November 28th. The RGRTA says they're required by the need to run all buses through the transit center building rather than having them stack up on Main Street so people can transfer from one route to another. Some customers will see more service, some will see less. Another major change is that all buses will begin and end their runs at the center. Passengers who are used to staying on the bus through downtown to get a stop on the far side will have to get off and pay another fare to continue. That concerned one commissioner who's also a regular bus rider. Barbara Jones said she'll have to wait longer and pay more to get to where she needs to go. She doesn't see how that is serving the customers. The city of Rochester is adding more workshops about the controversial Port of Rochester housing development in Charlotte. City Hall says it's adding a second round of site tours and workshops for Charlotte residents who want to know more and get their 2 cents in on the Edgewater development project. Specific dates and times are on the Edgewater website, waterfrontrochester.com. These sessions are limited to 15 people at a time and do require sign-up online. 8 workshops were held last month, but questions continue about the plan for a mixed-use condominium with a high-rise tower next to the new marina and boat basin. A 7th arrest has been made in the continuing investigation of an illegal check-cashing ring in Rochester. Alonzo Spires of Rochester was charged with 2 counts of criminal possession of a forged instrument. 6 other people were charged last week. Rochester police and federal ATF agents have arrested a city man for 2 robberies at the Visions Federal Credit Union last month. Gregory Casolari was charged with 2 counts of robbery and 2 of grand larceny for holding the bank up May 16th and again on May 23rd. A Livingston County man's under arrest on a felony cruelty to animals charge for shooting his neighbor's dogs. Sheriff Thomas Doherty says 42-year-old Andrew Kiefer of West Sparta was arrested after a 6-month-long investigation. 1 dog was killed and the other was seriously wounded. The sheriff's office says several deputies were sent to arrest Kiefer because of threatening statements made to a state trooper who talked to him about another charge last week. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of these pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary, and I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.